Hey everyone, welcome back. Part 12, back in the very first area of the game, Sinedra Forest. So there's a lot of new enemies which are spawned back in the early area, so we have to do a bit of backtracking in here. But yeah, if you go south or west from the APC, you'll find an enemy here, just all by himself, lost in the woods. Kill him, and then from that enemy you want to go east. You'll drop down the ledge and you'll reach a wrecked tractor. There'll be an enemy sleeping beside it. Take him out next. From there, you're going to make your way towards a farmhouse where Ernest is staying. And if you look over the fence on your left, you'll see a larger enemy. Come around here and take him out next. That's a time loop guardian. 2 time loops in this region, by the way. One of them you have to actually complete in order to complete the story here. So once you kill them 3 enemies, come to Ernest. We're going to complete a quick quest. So when you come in here, you want to give Dag Samson, you want to give him the ring handmade. Yeah, that ring which I made all by myself, give it to him. Yeah, to Dag Samson, there you go. Give him the ring handmade and you'll complete that good deed mementos. Now we're going to walk back to the APC. There's a few different steps to that quest, by the way, but we've done all the other steps in the previous videos. So yeah, walk back to APC after that. Now we're going to do a bunch more enemies back in an early area as well. So once back at the APC, we want to kind of head west and go up this kind of track up to the forest at the top. There'll be an enemy sleeping down there. Take him out. Carrying up a bit further, at the next junction you'll find one of the larger enemies. Take him out. Come up here. Now when you reach all the pallets, kind of head to the right of them and you'll find an enemy up ahead with a haze. Take him out. That's a time loop guardian. From that enemy, yes, want to head over here next. You come to 2 benches. Yep, south. Go south to reach them 2 benches and there'll be 3 enemies outside. You take them out next. From the benches, you want to go west, but keep to the wall on your left. And eventually, the path will take you upwards. Go west, but keep hugging the left wall. Eventually, you'll follow up this ramp. Come up here and take out this enemy at the top. If you remember, we found the key there right at the start of the game. Take out that time loop guardian. Come back down, but as you go back down, keep left. There'll be an enemy over here trying to, he's pondering how he's going to escape with them logs in the way. But yeah, take him out and then come along here and make your way over to the tent. Now in the tent, there'll be 2 enemies. Yeah, trying to ransack the tent, take him out. Then from there, we're going to kind of come opposite to these trees and then go right and you'll come to a ledge. It can be a bit tricky to find this part, because you might think you've hit a wall of trees, but you kind of hit a wall of trees which is too early. I'll kind of get to the right spot and spin around and show you. So this way you want to go. See that path on the left? It takes you to the last remaining enemy in this part of the forest. So you can see where the tent is for me. There's the tent and the searchlight. So you kind of come through here. There'll be some rocks right at the back. And you just continue down here, guys, and take out that last enemy in the forest. Yeah, there's that small chest we unlocked early in the game. So that's all the enemies which are kind of spawned back in the forest, which were not there at the start of the game. We're going to return to the APC, guys, and now make our way up the hill to the trenches, kill the enemies that are around there, then make our way into this next dungeon. Yeah, back to the APC and then come this slope to the trench area. Going to take out this enemy. Now, if you ever find enemies don't spawn for you, which do for me, I believe there's some sort of glitch where enemies don't spawn. I didn't realise until now when it actually happened to me in the cell area. And to make the enemy spawn again, I saved, quit my menu and reloaded, and then it made the enemy spawn. So when defeating enemies, try to make sure you're defeating the same amount that I am. Just say I'll kill 3 enemies. I'll grab the item next to them, just a meal. Then I drop down to the south, but to the left of the bridge, grab another item. Continue along this trench, keeping left, and you'll get to 3 more enemies. Like I say, try to make sure you're defeating as many enemies as what I can, because you might find there might be a spot where 3 spawn for me, but only 2 spawn for you. I'm not entirely sure if it can happen everywhere, but maybe that's why players are running into problems with the clearing out areas. So you're going to defeat that enemy. And they're going to come this kind of like little trench nearby into like a little basement. You're going to unlock this door, the flame symbol. Yes, unlock that with the flame symbol, guys, and come inside. And this NPC in here, we're about to finish another quest. So give her the map Sinedra Mountains, and you should hopefully get a trophy, guys. Man of the people, accomplish all good deeds. Grab the cufflinks from behind her, just under the table. And what I just want to do quickly, I just want to show you all my good deeds. So if a trophy didn't pop for you, just make sure that you have completed every single one of them. Compare it to your in-game good deed menu as well. If the image is like a bit blurry, then you haven't completed it yet. And just check that they all say they all say complete, because some might say incomplete on them. And here, yes, you want to use Rage Y and Rage Z, I think it was. Yes, Rage Y and Rage Z to open that limbic door. Inside you'll find a glyph, Rage Bike Enhanced, and a Sword of Ecstasy. So going in there, we just completed the mystery, Limbic Door Sinedra Underground. Right, and then once done all in there, come outside. And then we're going to head southwest, and then go up the next slope on your left, take out that enemy, then take out this enemy on the right. That limbic door just on them steps, we're going to unlock that later, guys, because it leads to a time loop that you can't quite close yet. The enemy's not too far away, but I'm just going to come back and do it later. But take out that enemy, and then we're going to make our way kind of east, take out this enemy next. Now we're making our way to the mountains, to the dungeon. We're still going to need to head back into the very first dungeon area from the start of the game, defeat some of the enemies back in there. But I'm going to do that when we come back to close that time loop a bit later. So take out these 5 enemies. Carry along here. And here she is, your final... she's not your final one. The final time loop guardian is actually inside the time loop room. But that one was a time loop guardian. Second to last. Drop down and grab that glyph Animosity. Take out those 2 enemies. And we're going to unlock this dungeon. So do you remember that Blood Queen sword we got a few areas back? You need that in order to enter this dungeon. So come to this right slot and slot in the sword of the Blood Queen. That's it. Slot it in there. That will unlock the dungeon. Save your game. So there are a few side rooms in here, but I avoid them because there's nothing to grab. So if there's any like little tiny rooms I avoid, or little passages I run past, it's because they lead to nothing, pretty much. Continue to the end in this first main corridor. I'm going to take out this enemy on the left. Just above this guy, there are 3 enemies laying dormant, but we have to come back through that door when we leave this dungeon. So I'm just going to kill them 3 enemies on the way out later. So if you're thinking I've missed enemies, I haven't. 3 enemies just to the left. I'm going to take them out later, because later on when you leave the dungeon, you actually come through that door next to them. So you're literally right beside them then, so do it then. Saves a few steps walking. Right, up here next, kill this enemy. Grab the Terror Suppressor, strong. And I almost forgot an enemy here. So them steps immediately on my left, which I just ran past, there's another enemy there. But luckily I remembered before we leave this room. But you want to come along this bridge, up here, and at the end, you'll find Limbic Capacitor Large. And then go right, back on yourself, right again down these steps, take out this enemy. So there's exactly the same enemy, but on the opposite side of this room, and that's one I almost forgot. So it's going to get him now. There she is. Almost forgot her. I actually forgot her on my other account as well, when I was doing my second run through here. So once you've done all them enemies, drop down on this side, take out this enemy, then going to make our way up the very long staircase. And at the top here, guys, it's going to be 1 or 2 enemies. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about in a minute. So when I was speedrunning, I tried running past these massive groups of enemies, and I just got stun locked to death every single time. So I do have to kind of kill them in some way. But look at all these enemies we need to defeat. So don't miss any. So in total here, I think I counted them right. There are a few items here as well, by the way. Yeah, so I kind of divided them. I think there's 65 enemies here altogether. Yeah, 65. But yeah, so come up here. So along this way, when you're killing them, you're going to find Ecstasy Suppressor Strong and a Grief Suppressor. Yeah, so here's one of the items. Yes, that's the Ecstasy Suppressor. Yeah, be very careful, because what these guys like to do, they like to follow you, and then as you move around, they do this. They stop behind a pillar. I don't know why they do it, if they're just kind of hiding to ambush you later. I mean, we never come back here. Maybe they're just a bit cowardly and they know it's the only way to survive. Yeah, they're the ones with the best survival instinct out of all these enemies here. Yeah, just make sure you check behind the pillars. As you saw, they like to kind of stand there and hibernate. Yep, and here is the Grief Suppressor, Strong. Yeah, I have changed my pole on, just because I'm trying to level it up. But you don't need to. I should just keep the Greatsword. It's because I was trying to level up both these weapons. I didn't realise until afterwards, but that it's only the grade you have to upgrade in order for the upgrade trophy. We have to upgrade every weapon type to grade 5. Yeah, it's just the upgrades. Leveling does not matter. Yeah, when I say upgrade and leveling, do not confuse them. Leveling is like your actual weapon level, you know, like level 1 to 20. But grade is like you've got grade 1 to 5. And your grade is increased by talking to Victor Gas and giving the required consumables. Not consumables, but you know, them little shards you find. Yeah, you give them the required number, and that upgrades the grade level. And then of course, grade 5 will go from like 16 to 20. Grade 1 will go from level 1 to 5, for example. And that's kind of how it works. But yes, for the upgrade trophy, you only need to worry about grades. And a grade is affected when you upgrade with Victor Gas. So we've done them all. Like I say, should have been 65. I'm sure you didn't count them all. I mean, I'm sure I probably lost count once or twice. But I'm sure that 65 is correct within at least 1 or 2 enemies. But once you kill them all, save your game in the fire room. Come down these 3 ladders. Yep, into the dumping grounds. I've called this area. I don't know what the official name they like to call it. But yeah, I've called it dumping grounds in my text guide. Because they're dumping all the bodies here, as you can see. Plenty of bones just being dumped there. But yeah, when you get to save point, do not go down any more ladders. You're going to continue along the platform and you come to like a tunnel. Kill this enemy on the left first. And you want to take the fork on the right. Yeah, so at the save point, ignore any of the ladders. Follow the platform to a tunnel. Kill the enemy on your left and then go through the fork, the branching path, tunnel on the right. Follow it to the end. You come to a ladder and another enemy. Take out the enemy guys and then climb up the ladder. You might have noticed a glowing item back in the area above where we killed those 50 enemies. Yeah, we're going to grab that now. Yeah, this yellow item here. You can open the shortcut door as well, in case you have to come back here later so you missed any enemies. You can get down to the other parts of the dungeon a bit quicker. But yeah, open that gate guys and grab the rusted key. Yeah, that'll start the emergency stash mystery. Slide back down the ladder. Right, then you're going to go back to the fork and now you're going to take the remaining path. The reason you take this path last is because you can drop down here back to the lower path, which we need to take anyway, and you can get an item on the rocks. So come this far in. On the right will be a limbic battery large. Kill this enemy at the end near the round opening. That's it, kill that enemy and then carefully drop down these rocks. Yeah, so see the item. Yeah, that is a limbic capacitor large. Grab that, continue down to the bottom, then go right. That's it, there's no more enemies the other way, which we've missed. The other way just takes you back. You know that save point where I had ladders below it? Them ladders just take you down to the point a bit further back there. Then it brings you to this area here. There's nothing else to collect the other way. We just kind of skipped a bit, because of course we went through our tunnel. Kill the enemy and drop down onto the rocks to get the other item. But yeah, come along here, kill the enemies, come up onto this platform. Go around it, kill the ranged enemies. Grab the Glyph Eager Embrace Enhanced. Drop down and you might see that enemy laying on that small island down below. Drop down here and kill this enemy. That's it, grab this item next to him. The Rage Suppressor Strong. Climb back up the ladder. Yes, and continue right. What I'm going to do is when we get there, I'm going to show you the enemies which did not spawn for me. I knew exactly what enemies it was, because of course I've optimized this. I've been through it a few times. I've wrote down where all the enemies were. So when I come through again, I kind of know. I'm like, where's that enemy? Should have been an enemy there. It's actually in the cell area, because I know a specific cell should spawn like an enemy. You know, so I definitely knew easily that one of the enemies hadn't spawned. It's actually two enemies. Two enemies didn't spawn for me in the cell area. But when I reloaded the safe, they were there. I don't know why, some sort of glitch. Or maybe it might have worked even if I didn't reload. I don't really know. But I just worried about it not clearing the area properly. So I reloaded. Luckily it spawned him and then I killed him. But yeah, so climb this ladder, guys. Come along here, kill that enemy. Open that chest with that rusted key we just found. Yeah, now that rusted key we found back at the top. Yeah, so when you open that chest with that key, you'll find tuning stone steady ×5. And that'll complete the mystery emergency stash. Now when you drop back down, make sure you grab that research item I just collected. Yeah, instead of climbing down the ladder, just drop down the ledge on the left and you'll find a research item, jeweled dagger. Yeah, make sure you grab that research item, guys. I was talking about something else at the time, but yes, I did just grab a research item, jeweled dagger. Come along here, take the left just before the elevator. Yes, kill the 4 enemies. Grab the limbic capacitor large ×2. Grab the other limbic capacitor large ×2. Continue past the elevator, because there's a part we need to collect first in order to get it working. Yeah, come around the back. Be careful you don't fall off. I have fell off here before. I think I fell off here on my speedrun actually, because I was trying to use surge step to cross the bridges, and I missed dashed incorrectly, I guess, and I dashed off the bridge. So be very careful. But yes, grab that gear. That's the gear spire. Then once got that, come over to this contraption, guys. Yes, and place it in the little slot there. There you go, gear spire. Now the elevator's back up and running again. All it needed was that tiny cog. I think the enemies took it out just to mess with you. Yep, and then ride the elevator to the top. So we're now going to the cell area. The cell area, it's like little booby traps, but you have to actually trigger them in order to unlock other cells. There's a very, very long puzzle coming up. Hopefully the way I show it to you is going to be make it more optimal for you to get through and a lot less of a headache. The puzzle itself, you know, that's one thing, but when you thinking you have to defeat every single enemy, that's something else, because you have to unlock every cell to defeat every enemy, and that's what makes it worse, defeating all the enemies and doing the puzzle at the same time. But yeah, hopefully I've kept it nice and easy for you. You basically stand on pressure plates, and the pressure plates will release spikes and they'll damage you. They'll almost kill you actually. You have to be healing up quite a lot, but you actually have to stand on them, guys, and take the damage to unlock doors. But yes, get to that save point, go in the rooms on the left, grab the terror suppressor and that research item, faded parchment. Yes, make sure you go in them side rooms in the save point, guys. Grab the research item, faded parchment, and there's also a suppressor in there as well. So yeah, take out these enemies. Yeah, so here there is, how many enemies did I write down? 25 enemies here, I believe. So you got 25 here. And then you go through this doorway and there'll be another 25. There's actually somebody talking to them on the altar. Yeah, giving a speech about something. So we're going to interrupt their moment. Take them all out, like I say. It should be about 25 enemies. That's it. Going to grab that limbic battery large. And then you come to these spiral stairs. There'll be 3 enemies at the top here. Yeah, take these out as well. Yeah, these ones actually drop experience finally. So yeah, take them out. Right, and carefully drop down here to another bloodied staircase. Now you want to drop through the hole in the floor. Yeah, take to like a little hidden area. Yeah, drop down the hole in the floor, guys. Take out these 2 enemies next. Yes, they're going to grab this brass key. You'll need that to unlock a chest later. Yeah, it's like that mystery righteous protection. So unlock that shortcut gate. Yeah, make sure you've got a brass key. You'll be back in this room. Come to spiral steps again. Back onto the platforms and then drop back down to the staircase. Yeah, that's why I left them shards. I know I was going to come back up here. Yeah, I bet you thought I left them. No, I knew we were coming back up, so I just grab them on the way past. So come to the top. There'll be another swarm of enemies. You've got a save point there. make sure you save your game. So again, there's about 25 enemies here. So this next room is where some of the enemies did not spawn for me. I mean, if some of these enemies don't spawn for you, then you're going to be in a bit of trouble because it's hard to count. You're probably not going to know if one enemy does not spawn for you. Yeah, it's just one of them things. But if you get rid of the time loop, at least know that it's not going to respawn enemies. Yeah, it's not going to respawn enemies as long as the time loop has been destroyed. Yeah, so come through here. Now, there's a enemy in the second cell, cell number 2. Yeah, starting from the left and going clockwise. Cell number 4, there's an enemy. And there's a terror suppressor. Cell number 8 has an enemy. This one here. And cell number 9 as well. Now, cell number 9, this enemy actually did not spawn for me. I actually had to reload the save. That enemy did not spawn for me. I don't know why. And also the enemy in cell number 12 over here. Yeah, this enemy did not spawn for me either. This one in here. Yeah, so make sure if any of these enemies do not spawn for you guys, but they do, you know, which have done for me, reload your save. We'll go back and save your game, and then quit to main menu and reload it. So yeah, take out them enemies. So there should have been 6 enemies there altogether on that bottom floor. Then come up to the top floor, guys. That enemy is always in that open room. That enemy also did not spawn. Yeah, in that open room. So that enemy is always in that room because that door is just open, it's waiting for you. But yeah, coming to the far room, limit battery large. Yeah, I like to start from the room on the far left. Now I'm going to make a way clockwise again. So on this next floor, there's an enemy in cell number 2, an enemy in cell number 3. Yeah, there's no numbers above the cells, unfortunately. Enemy in cell number 5. Yes, nothing in 6, can't access it. That enemy in cell number 7, we already killed him because that cell is already opened. There's an enemy in cell number 9 here. An enemy in cell number 12. Yes, here. You got an enemy in cell number 13 and an enemy in cell number 14. Yes, the enemies, sometimes they'll come straight out of cell when you open the door. But some of them are kind of sleeping, guys, and they won't be aware that you've opened the cell, so just be sleeping there. So you have to make sure you actually go and check the cell, make sure the enemy isn't sleeping. But yes, once you've killed all them enemies, come through this corridor, stand on this trap, and that's the booby trap I'm talking about. So it will damage you, but you have to do it. So try to follow my lead here. So first, go up to the next floor, stand on A4 pressure plate, A4. The 4 plates, by the way, always open themselves in that section. Yes, each floor, by the way, is divided into 2 sections, and there's kind of like 3 floors, so 6 sections altogether. But yeah, this is the A section, so stand on A4, that will open all the A cells. Come over here next, stand on the B4 plate, that will open up all the B cells. By the way, there is 5 A enemies, so the B enemies, there are 6. So yeah, stand on B4 and kill the 6 enemies which come out of the B cells. Yeah, 6 enemies here. Once they're defeated, go up to the next floor, the CD zone, Charlie Delta. Yes, now we're going to stand on D4. That's going to spawn 5 enemies from the D cells. So yeah, stand on D4. Like I say, the number 4 of each letter will open every cell in that section. So yes, D4, and that should spawn 5 enemies. You'll find a grief suppressed strong in there as well. If you fall down that hole, by the way, just come back up steps. Right, next up, you want to go up the stairs nearby to reach floor EF, and then you want to stand on F4 to release 4 enemies. Yeah, so stand on F4 to release 4 enemies. This is all right down in my text guide. Remember the amount of enemies and what cells you need to stand on the pressure plates. So inside there is a rage suppressor. So yes, 4 enemies on the F section. Yeah, you might need to kind of pause the video here after each bit, I guess, just to keep up. Right, once you defeated them, you're going to drop down on the CD side to the northeast. Drop down here. Yes, and then you want to stand on C4. Yeah, it's not an explosive, it's a pressure plate. Yeah, stand on C4. That's going to spawn 2 enemies. One is on your side, but one you can't access at the moment. But yeah, stand on C4, kill the enemy near you, and then climb this ladder in this nearby cell. Right, once you get here, you're going to be up on the upper floor, on EF. You're going to grab this defensive gear, Signet Ring of Terror, Confidence, and then we're going to stand on plate E4 to open all the cells up here as well. Now there'll be 1 enemy on the far side, but right now we can access 3 of them. Yeah, you want to make sure you've got healing items equipped as well, guys, because you are going to take damage when standing on these pressure plates. So once you defeated them enemies, some 3 enemies are going to drop down here near the plate E4. Come your steps, guys, and complete this enemy at the back near E1. Yeah, take out this enemy next. There'll be a tuning stone strong ×2 in the end here, in this end cell. And now you want to drop down near E2 to land in the part of C section, which is kind of behind the rubble, which couldn't access earlier. So drop down here carefully, and there'll be 1 enemy here as well. And this should be the final enemy, guys. So that should be every single enemy in this area. Right, so now to actually do the actual puzzle. Yes, and in here will be a Grief Suppressor Strong near C2. So what you want to do now, you need to be very quick here, guys, because when you stand on the plate, it will lift up a cage, but only for about 20 seconds. So you want to stand on C1. Stand on C1. As soon as you've taken the damage, come down and stand on A4. So C1 and A4. Like I say, you've got to be quick. Then quickly make your way down the bottom. I'm going to pull a lever full of moon and flame. That's it when the cage is raised. Like I say, if not quick enough, the cage will come back down. You just have to repeat it. Like I say, that was plate C1 and A4. Once done that, come into the room, the moon room next door, and grab the Great Sword of Terror. Then you want to go in the flame room, up the steps, and grab the research item marked map of Hadia. Yeah, research item marked map of Hadia. Right, next up, we're going to stand on B2 and B4. So B2 and B4. That's it. Once you've done that, quickly come down here. And then you want to pull the skull and tower levers. There you go, that's them 2 done. That I1 is glitched, by the way. It should have a cage there, but it's not showing up. So you might think you completely can't. The cage is there, but it's invisible. It's a glitch. And by the way, if you are running out of healing items, after doing each kind of set of pressure plates, you could always go back to save point and reload to get all your health back. Or you could just save your game and then die, because that will give you health back as well. Just save your game and then jump off the stage here to die from full damage. Yeah, so you want to come up here, guys. So next up, we stand on C3. These are the final 2, C3 and E1. That's it, C3 and E1. Now quickly go down to the bottom and pull the final 2, guys, the eye and the serpent lever. Yes, the eye and the serpent. So that was C3 and E1. The eye and the serpent. That's it. That's every single one. Now in the eye room, yes, going to find a glyph, Night Fade Enhanced. That's a really good glyph. Like I say, that one makes you invisible. I'm actually going to use that on my speedrun a bit later on. And that's it done. So now you can make your way to top, guys. The top door is open. And yes, that's it. If you are finding it a bit tricky to do 2 pressure plates at once and getting back to levers on time, you could just do 1 at a time if you want. You know, for example, do B2, go down, pull that lever. Go back up, stand on B4, then go back down and pull that lever. I'm just doing 2 at a time to save, you know, to obviously save time, make it a bit quicker. So you can do it if you're quick enough. But if not, if you're struggling, just do 1 at a time. But yeah, come up here with the staircase, guys, save your game at the top, and that'll be it for part 12. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on 13 tomorrow when we'll finish this dungeon.